My first introduction into the tech world was through my father. He worked at the Federal Aviation Agency. There were lights everywhere and buttons everywhere, and felt very futuristic to little me. I was the little girl who would carry too many books home from the library. Ended up being an English major in college. The only career path I could think of that would be, the dream job was to be that person that would create the books or create the magazines that I love to read. And so I had started in publishing. Myself and all my other fellow print designers, we worked with design software to create these books and magazines. But back then, they just weren't great tools. It wasn't great technology to use. I thought, okay, wait, I could probably take the skills that I've learned in design and print design and use that to fix products, to fix software. I started to learn, took some boot camps, learned a lot on my own, and fell in love, just completely fell in love. At the same time, as I was doing this transition into product design, I was doing this transition into motherhood. And at that point, I had decided, I'm gonna take a break. I'm going to see what it's like to be a mother. I'm going to take some time to raise my baby boy. It was maybe about the time my son was about 9 months old. I said, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to get back in the game and try to see what kind of jobs I could take. Put this portfolio together and then just hoped and prayed that somebody would give me a chance. I'll never forget the feeling of that phone call. I was out at a mom play date. I was pushing a stroller and I said, hold on, let me take this phone call from this random number. Took the phone call from a recruiter who was working for Microsoft. I said, Microsoft? Me? Like, Microsoft wants to talk to me? This, stay-at-home mom, career transitioner, Microsoft wants to talk to me? But it really came at a terrible time for me personally in my life. My grandfather was incredibly sick and he wasn't gonna make it. I was spending a lot of time with him and helping him through. And flew back out to Seattle for my interview, and it went really well. And flew back down to Georgia and let him know, hey, I got the job. And he was just so proud of me. And I was glad to be able to have that moment and share that moment with him. I feel incredibly fortunate that I am a manager now. I get to be that person to make the call now. I hope to help shape this next generation of designers, and that next generation of designers is coming from all across the world, all backgrounds, to create the products and experiences in the world that works for everybody. I'm Carin, Design Manager for Azure at Microsoft.